Welcome to beta number 4, with new areas to explore. This is gonna be another one of those running around and exploring the world type of videos. And here we are in Glupshito, and we've got these new towers. Blue is my favorite color. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Look at these very Middle Eastern inspired buildings. This is cool. I like this. However, there's a few things with the landscape. We are on beta. In the background we have very goofy looking mountains. So here we are in Zerjana. The map on Kigan looks a bit unfinished. I'm not really sure how to explain it. We also have Idigal. This area we're going to explore just after. So we're going to explore Kigan first, and then we're going to explore Idigal. 2 new areas to explore. The level cap is now 160. There is a new skill cooldown, delay, global cooldown, I don't know what you want to call it. It does affect combat quite considerably for skilled players such as myself. We are leaving the area of this amazing fortress, town, and we're just going to look around. We're going to have a look around, we're going to have fun, we're going to explore. So when I think of Harad, I think of deserts, I think of dry, arid areas. But this is a lot more fertile. This is very green and quite lush, actually. We have all these flowers. We have rivers and water. This is where people could actually live in. And as opposed to Ansharu, which the riverbed is actually dried up, it's all messed up. It's very blasted. It's very desolate. So we're on the cusp of that here. I'm going to go into a little town and see who there is to see. Jirat Menesh, Kanagur, Inga Garash, Sormadan, Glupshito. These names are not appealing to me. Sen Chatak, Glupshito. I didn't show these guys off last that much, but these are these new terror birds. At least that's what the scenario calls them. They look like a weird mix of a chocobo and an ostrich. It's pretty cool. Silvered ore deposit. It is Glotcross, Glupshito. I'm not sure if this is just me or that there's no arts, that the art team hasn't caught up with it. But a lot of these mountains seem very British. It's like the British texture. I might be wrong. Nikabrikas Zizanu. The Zizanu song. Ah, see, I do know my lore. So yeah, this is very it's arid, it is dry, it's like, how do I explain it? It's obviously, there's water, there's oases, there's fertile ground, but like, it's very dusty, I suppose. It does make sense to use these textures then. It's like, it works in the sort of color scheme they're doing here, because each zone is supposed to look distinct, right? You have Adagim, which is the big shitty swamp. You have Ansharu, which is more arid, more blasted, more desolate, more destroyed by industry. It's got a dried river, a lake bed even. And I'm not going to rely on this map. This map is terrible. There's only one major town, right? Zajana, which is, I'd imagine there'll be a lot of quests in there. And in fact, there's a big interior with quests and enemies to fight. We'll explore that, because I forgot to do that. I don't think I did the voice acting enough justice last video. I was laughing too hard because it sounded like they were recording it in a bathroom. But that also might just be the Bulwark client. So I'm gonna shut up and listen to these 3 people speak.
My spies have penetrated the Ordakai camp to the south to find clues as to Barshud's whereabouts.
We have lost a fair few Subozuri to the spiders near here. I could use your help in retrieving those still alive, if you are willing.
Have you crossed paths with the Jazgai near here? They are quite dangerous beasts. These Jazgai, they hunt in packs. Slay the leader, and the pack will fall back in disarray.
Yes, my husband is missing. Will you help me find him?
Yeah.
Ha ha! This calls for a feast! If you give me a hand, I'll teach you how to make Zajani stew. It tastes better than it smells.
We are inside the Kalmakila Glupshito. And it's a big place. I don't really know the story. I don't care to know the story just yet. But this is just a preview because it's boring. And yes, I know I have a hobbit present and pending loot and alerts on the screen. But I'm keeping it there because fuck you! I've just noticed that this place feels very, very empty, like it's not finished.
A history of Adagim. The pestilence. Yes, I remember reading something about that quite recently.
So this is a library, I think. We're gonna look around and explore the library. The empty library, because this is beta. And they haven't finished the expansion yet. I just want to remind you that the expansion releases early December. And right now, it's the 4th of November as I'm recording this. They have to really catch up and release the expansion in a finished state. It's just very empty. Maybe there's a reason for that. There could be a reason for that. But, I don't know, man. There's a door back here. But you can't go in. Guess that's all we have to see here. Okay. Right. I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Zajana. Cool exteriors. You just can't explore inside. Sor Medan. Glup. Shitter. Gonshana. Glup. Shitter. Guess we're gonna have one more little look in exploration. And then we're gonna move over to the next area. I'm recording this when I'm sick, by the way. So I apologize for any lack of enthusiasm that I've been trying to maintain throughout this entire beta run. Badrasag! Glup Shito. Aha! An interior. I was about to say, what's the point of having a big temple if you can't go inside and explore? Huh? Can't do that in combat. Oh, alright. You have discovered Badrasag, the Blade Horn. Ha! Hang on a moment. Oh boy. Hang on, I need to see this. Get rid of one guy. I just want to let you know. This is a generic Breland NPC with Haradrim clothing on. This is beta, right? This isn't intentional. You know what? I honestly think that SSG have been stretching themselves a bit too thin with this one. The landscape looks, for the most part, phenomenal. It's big, it's expansive, but there's a few problems I have. We're very close to the release now. Unless there's a big change to like really polish it, there's going to be problems. I can tell. I played this game for like 13 odd years. I know what I'm looking at here. And it's looking like a unfinished release. I'm putting it on the cards, unfinished release. And you think, oh, it's just a minor graphical bug, but we're getting quite close. I'm just letting you know, these little things do have to be addressed. But also, it's the entire point of a huge open world, is to have places to explore. And I worry that there won't be any incentive to explore off the beaten path. The way that all of the roads work, all of the places of interest are relatively close to the road, it feels that there's no point having these big, large areas if there is no real incentive to explore. Adagim is probably the biggest example of this because it's just one big forest. There's no real road. And yes, I know there's a secret area up here. I know this is supposed to be this big reveal. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna happen, boys. There's gonna be a place in which to explore. And in fact, I wonder. Cheeky bastards, they're still trying to hide it from me. I want to clear up my thoughts about the open world exploration. Adagim is just one big swamp. There are no real points of interest. And Shrew visually looks great, but there's no reason to get off the beaten track really. There's a road. All of the places of interest are very close to the road. Okay, there's this big area, right? Maybe there might be some quests, but apart from the quests, there's no real reason to just explore these areas. And Kigan just feels unfinished. They could pull it off if there was some sort of system that actually incentivized exploration. And no, I'm not talking about just for deeds or God forbid the treasure chest deeds. That's not rewarding. It just feels that we've got these big areas and it's just a waste of like physical space in some areas. They could have done more in these areas. Or alternatively, they could have made these areas smaller, more dense, and more varied to explore. That would have worked just fine, in my opinion. It's all very visually nice. It's all very visually quite impressive. I'm happy with it. And a game this old and with the resources very, very thinly stretched over 2 games, both DDO and Lotro, it is a known fact that the art team and engineers work on both games. It's a known fact that the resources and company resources are shared between both games. That's understandable. What they do add that's new and novel, is usually pretty good. I just feel that we're back in that stage where the game is just giving you the bare minimum content. You have your landscape, you have your instances, and you have, I suppose, narratively, a tight-knit story. It's good. It uses very good narrative, very simple narrative methods, and that's fine. But I don't know. Is it good enough? Is it worth your money? Is what I'm trying to get at. Is it worth your money? Base expansion is worth your money. Again, worth your money if you're invested in a game and you want to continue. There's also one more thing that I want to talk about, and it's been burning in my mind for quite a while. Progression. Where are we as characters in terms of progression? How do we feel more powerful? When you take away very important and potent 6 set bonuses from the raise, and you give us nothing really else. Well, you're 160 now. You have higher stats. Well, not always. But you have more damage on your weapon. Well, mobs have increased. Enemies are going to be balanced according to your level. Right? So you're losing power conventionally. Legendary weapons. Well, you get more legendary weapon bonuses. No, you don't. You have 3 tiers. You have purple, blue, and golden traceries, right? Well, I've already maxed out from the last level cap my golden traceries. And so I move into 160. And a lot of those traceries are still going to be quite valid until I get just, a statistical bonus. It's just number go up at that point. And it's very lame. There hasn't been a system that has increased player power or player autonomy for a long time. And I feel that if you want to continue making level caps, if you want to increase level caps, and goddamn, if you want to do an annual level cap, you've got to adjust a few things. You've got to have, first and foremost, quicker progression. Players have to be able to acquire the loot to feel powerful again. Right? Again, I know it's an MMO thing, that, every level cap increase, you're going to have to go back on the treadmill. That's fine. Everyone's used to that. That's not the problem. It's the idea that has been burning in my head that Sevelin wants to do an annual level cap to Lotro. And it just feels to me that they're not going to do enough to change the way that content flows, to change, the progression of gear, and it's going to still be a grind, and it's going to be a treadmill, and it's just going to be, what else? What makes Lotro new? What makes Lotro fresh? What makes Lotro a game worth playing? And if it's the landscape, if your answer is the landscape, great. Amazing. That's good for me too. I'm happy with the landscape. If your answer is, I just want to see more content, I'm not really particularly invested in the progression, I just want to see more instances and play with my friends, that is also fine too. Those things are still going to be, I suppose, the thing that everyone wants to do. But what else? What else? As I'm running around blindly, I like these flowers. God damn, I like these flowers. These flowers are nice. Add these to the housing system. Rewards. Rewards, rewards, rewards. We all like being rewarded for things. We all like having new shinies, right? Well, I have a little gift. We now have 22 outfit slots. Unfortunately, if I was to click this button, it would send me directly to the store page. The expansion store page. For this expansion. That I have already paid for. At the moment on beta, it is not hooked up to the Lotro store. And I'm just going to happily concede that that's just a beta thing. But if they want to monetize cosmetics, well, they have patrons, coffers. But I just hope that these slots are available just for points. Please be just available for points. Don't lock them behind patron coffers or bundles, because that will be just depressing at this stage. I don't mind them monetizing cosmetics. I'm happy for that. But I would like them to stop aggressively monetizing virtue grind and other sort of endgame grinds. If they're going to go that route, they know their audience. They know the audience likes shinies. They know they can make a stream of cosmetic bundles and people will pay for them. I don't mind that so much. But at the rate things are going, I'm not paying for this game outside of the content. Unless maybe a Patreon coffer comes out that looks amazing for me personally. I might be convinced if maybe the virtue experience gained wasn't like 15,000. Come the fuck on.
Today is a good day.
Today is a good day at night under the PNG sky. Maybe it's not a JPEG. Maybe it's a PNG format after all. Here we are in Itagal. Itagal is the last zone I'm going to look through. This must be my most disjointed video to date because I am sick like a dog and I have no thoughts in my head whatsoever. I am, in all fairness, quite retarded. So here we are at this sunken, dried up lake bed and we are going down and exploring. So, again, the landscape fine. Bones on the ground, making you into a bag of bones. Falling around like a fool, not actually knowing where I'm going. I just want to explore something interesting. Something give me a wow situation. Make me wow. Make me go lamau. Make me go interesting. I want to see something interesting. Please. Game. You've used these same assets in 2 expansions now. I thought you had like a shit ton of art. Itagal. Chab Ishil. Glup shitter. Damn, son. All I wanted to do is explore in unconventional ways, and this is what you're doing to me. Much better. Right. We're on the wrong side of the wall. There is a way. Ahaba! Glup shito. It's good to see you too, Stable Master. You are my one true friend in this world. Oh, it's a bit laggy here. There are sheep. In particular, they are Beltani sheep. Glup shito. And I do believe these are the same sheep models that they've used since, well, the start of the game. So what makes them Beltani sheep? What makes them different than Breland sheep? Is it their fur? Well, their wool? Nah, it's not any of their wool as such. Is it the way they walk or goofy-like? Well, no, Brelands have also got, like, lame sheep. Whatever. I worry too much about the details as usual. Let's get out of here. I've seen this on the stream. The scenario can explain all this much better than I am. I can ever explain it. Again, I like these flowers. I would like these flowers to be... Wait. The hell? Okay, right. They use like a fisheye effect to make the flowers move. Okay, I like these flowers a little bit less now. I don't like the flowers anymore. Succulents. Cactuses? Does Lotro have cactuses? This seems like an area that Lotro should have cactuses with, no? Where are the cactuses? We have these. These guys are basically cactuses. Kind of. Ah, I remembered. There's one place I want to explore. This will be the last video about the beta I will do. I just want to see the expansion release in a clean enough state. And I have to worry less about thinking about the game. Whatever. There is a Mumak! Have they fixed the Mumak animations now? Looks like it. Yeah, it looks like they fixed it. Nice. Oh, it still looks goofy as shit, though. I still need to get used to this global cooldown thing. It's awful. It feels so cool. What the okay, they haven't fixed it. It's still buggy. It's still broken. You know, how? They've got, like, Mumakil in Gondor that look fine. They look cool. I guess it's a different asset. You know, they're using maybe the Aurochs on the... For the model, I don't know. Fucking. Yep, cool. Oh, actually, this looks cool. Because we're basically in a dried lake bed area, and it's like the terrain moves up. And it moves up in such a way that you can see these mountains in the distance, these rocks, and then this ruin area here, this building. And from this direction, it looks good. I have to give it to the landscape team. They know how to make vistas. They know how to make places that look good from a distance, you know? Like, they put consideration into the layout and topography of the areas quite well. I have no problem with that. Ooh, the more I look at this bridge, you know, would have come from there, would have... It's all collapsed and broken. Let's get a closer look. Guess you had a close enough look. Whoa, my fucking frame rate though. Jesus, welly boots. I don't know what that is. I just hope it's just me recording, but that was miserable. I think I'm doing too much with the game client now. This looks great. Less than 20 frames per second. Lovely. Well, gamers don't look up. We're not supposed to look at the landscape as we're exploring the game, right? We're supposed to have our camera down like this so we can preserve the game's frame rate. That's how you do it. This thing over here, don't worry about it. Just gonna do this, you know? And we'll sort of feel our way there. My poor little laptop. It's trying its best, man. And that's what happens when your game is single core. Because it's from 2007. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the thing that everyone kind of knows. But too proud to say it. For a game on this engine. This ancient, busted, crusty-ass engine. They know how to make a nice looking landscape. I hate the fact my character feels so shit. Ugh. Alright. Let's get rid of him quicker. Oh, trumpets! Haroots! The motherfucker's gonna take it now. I don't think he's doing any attacks. Oh, it took him long enough. Pathfinding. What? What? Huh? I just wanted to look around, bro! And I got one tap by nothing! The fuck? Oh my god, I just wanted to look at that cool looking place. Look at it! I wanted to go and explore on beta, but I can't do it because I get one tap by something. Right, well that concludes my video. I hope you had a great day. I guess. Well, I guess we're not allowed in. We're just going to look from a distance and I'll give my final closing thoughts. Harad, update 46 for year 2025. Lotro isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Lotro's not going to get any better anytime soon. But I don't think Lotro's going to get any worse anytime soon. And that's not exactly a dig at SSG. That's more just the facts. The facts are, this landscape is fine. We're in a very unfinished state here, though. The instances are probably going to be okay too. I have no comments on that just yet. I don't have the hype anymore, and a lot of players don't really have the hype anymore. I'm excited for just exploring things and playing through the quests, I suppose. I'm not really excited for anything else. If there's something I've missed, if there's something that will come out and really wow the player base, then Lotro will live another 10 years, 20 years, who knows. But at this point, at this stage, there's no community hype at the moment. No one's really excited in the way that they used to be back maybe when Umbar released. I keep telling everyone what they already know and what they want to hear because they already know it's true. Lotro is just a failure. It's a failure of imagination, should I say.